I'm hooked on longshore and the life of stevedore.
This presentation is coming to you from the unceded ancestral territories of the Coast Salish people, including the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Hi, my name is Sherry McDonald, and I'm the playwright and lyricist for Battle of Ballantyne Pier, the musical. The play is based on an important event in Canadian labor history known, not coincidentally, as Battle of Ballantyne Pier. On June 18, 1935, 2,000 striking longshoremen and their supporters peacefully marched to Vancouver's Ballantyne Pier to protest the company's use of strikebreakers. There, they were met with police brutality. Tear gas was deployed. People were beaten and terrorized, chased down through the streets and alleyways of Strathcona neighborhood. Dozens were hospitalized, dozens more arrested. One person was shot.
A better world starts here along this shore.
When I first heard this story, my initial thought was, this should be a musical. And actually, it was pretty close to my first thought. But what I really thought was, why haven't I heard this story before? I mean, I was born and raised in Vancouver. Both my parents were born here. My grandfather was a longshoreman, and yet I had never heard this story before. 8 actors, 4 men and 4 women, play multiple characters with a small acoustic band and the opportunity for actors to provide instrumentation. The play begins at a present-day Longshore Union meeting at Vancouver's Maritime Labour Centre, home to today's Longshore Union. From there, we're transported back to the docks of the 1930s, where we meet Marie, a young newspaper reporter and social activist. She's writing a story about unrest on Vancouver's waterfront. She meets Tommy, a young dock worker. He doesn't want anything to do with job action. He just wants to keep his head down and his nose clean, in stark contrast to his father, Suddy, who is a union organizer and agitator. Tensions rise among all workers as they battle over the question of whether or not to take job action, until a beloved dock worker is killed on the job, and then all workers band together to take a stand, because an injury to one is an injury to all. Meanwhile, however, there are dark forces at play, with business leaders headed by the head of the Shipping Federation, who together with the mayor and the police force work to lay a trap for the striking workers. And when a family secret is revealed to Tommy, he makes a rash decision that could prove fatal for all. Music and social activism have traditionally been closely linked. The songs in Battle of Ballantyne Pier are gritty, working class, and reflect the protest music of the time.
Look at me, 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 look at me. When do we eat?
Every day.
We have presented excerpts of the musical in progress at the Maritime Labour Centre at a number of theatre festivals in partnership with the Longshore Union. We plan to produce the play at the Maritime Labour Centre for a site-specific, community immersive production that brings together the trade union sector with the professional theatre sector. The Longshore community have embraced the project and continue to be avid supporters, having provided copious research material as well as in-kind and financial support. The project has also had development support from Canada Council for the Arts and the BC Arts Council. For this project, I've assembled a great group of collaborators.
Day after day I will work.
The rights of the average worker coming up against big business remain under threat today, and the divide between the rich and the poor is actually greater now than it was during the Depression.
Life on the hook, it's a life we took, waiting
For more information, or if you would like a script sample or music sample, or you just want to contact me, here is my email, and also our Facebook page, where you can follow the project's development.
Ships in!
Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation.